Oh my god. What? Welcome back to Offroad Outlaws, guys, and today we are going to be testing out a theory of mine. Now, this, if you guys haven't seen it in a long time, this was basically a remnant of the past in terms of my Offroad Outlaws streams, because this was a vehicle that absolutely dominated the old TC's Quick Race map. It was one of the fastest vehicles that I ever ran there. Now, obviously, it is a ridiculous small tire build. It is not something that would ever be functional in real life, but within the physics of Offroad Outlaws, it makes sense. So what I'm going to do, for those of you that haven't seen this vehicle before, I'm going to show you what I mean when I say it's extremely fast on TC's Quick Race, and then we're going to put drag slicks on it. And I've never put drag slicks on a 6x6 before. I have no idea what it's going to do. I have no idea how it's going to work. But before we do that, I'm going to show you guys the tune. Now, the gear tuning is probably the most important part, and the gear tuning is first gear 3.2, second gear 2.0, third gear 1.5, fourth gear 1.2, and fifth gear 0.6. Now, you can thank I would almost at this point call him our in-house Offroad Outlaws tuning expert, Banana 101, for that gearing. Now, this is obviously fully built, fully upgraded, and the wheels and tires are at the lowest possible radius, which is a 0.5. So let's go ahead and, oh, actually, before we go in there, I do want to also show you guys the suspension setup. Now, axis width itself is going to be nothing too crazy. It's sitting at like, 0.08. Damping is around 3,000. Leaf springs are, just zeroed out. You don't really need to do anything with those. Shock 1, shock size 1.8. Spring brackets, upper mount 1, and stiffness is about just under 12K with a travel of max. In the rear, you're talking about the same axis width, damping of about 3,000. Leaf spring, again, mount height is 0.0. Rear steer, 0. Shocks 1. Shock size 1.8. Spring brackets, upper mount 1. Stiffness is going to be about 12K, and travel is going to be maximum. Now, let me show you guys what this thing can do if you haven't seen it before on TC's Quick Race. And if you have seen it before, well, we'll just use this as a little bit of a way to refresh your memory on how crazy this thing actually is. So let's see. TC's Quick Race. Now, TC's Quick Race is kind of one of those maps that I used it for such a long time that it sort of became a universal way almost, for me to test out trucks. And for the most part, it works. And if you're looking for something that is just going to be fast in the mud no matter what, this is a great map to use. And Jonathan Keffert did an incredible job making it. So let's go into four-wheel drive, turn all the lockers on, and boing! Yeah, so it kind of yeets itself into oblivion when you take off. Now, oh my god, I forgot it did that. Watch this. Back it up. Boing! And the front axle comes off the ground. Yeah, so it's that kind of ridiculous. So let's bring it over to the start of the race here, and I'll show you guys what this thing can do on a track involving jumps and mud. So 3, 2, 1, send it! Oh my god. Jeez, nothing ever goes that far. It has been so long since I've driven this thing. It almost clears the entire first mud pit, and I lose control of it very easily. The biggest challenge with this truck is keeping it going in frankly, a directly forward line. Like, and we backflip unsuccessfully across the line. So let's flip it back over now, and I know that that wasn't a really good run, but it should give you some idea of how fast it is anyway. Like, literally, if we drive it back, it can basically go as fast in the mud as the other cars and trucks that go this same speed on solid ground. Like, this thing can outrun cars on solid ground while being in the mud, which is a feat in itself. So now that we've done the track both ways in a insanely short period of time, without me having to really put in much effort with driving it, like, that's the other thing. You can drive this thing like you're absolutely out to lunch the whole time, and it won't matter. So let's grab some drag tires and take it out to our street racing spot, our drag racing spot. You guys, I don't know how this is going to go. I am very, very, very curious as to how... Curious? Why did I pronounce it that way? That's very odd of me. All right. So, I don't have any idea what this looks weird. Oh, bro, that looks so strange. I mean, that looks strange on a level that I am not even remotely used to. I'm going to throw some drag racing wheels on it because why not? Why the heck not? What? Okay, well, I guess I'm going to throw those on it because they don't like the rear. All right, well, they're going to be slightly different front to back, but that's a-okay. That's fine, especially for good old Yeetachu. Now, let's find our gooseneck trailer and put it on the back of our F450 or F350, it says on the side, F350 shop truck, and then we will be on our way out to the lake. Or I should say the area near the lake where our drag strip that we usually use is located. So first things first, we got to find our gooseneck. There it is. And the F350 is thankfully just about perfectly set up for that gooseneck, so shouldn't stress it out at all. Should be actually a really easy tow for it. So let's equip that trailer. Then we're going to go back into the garage because the game decided that it wanted to hide my truck back in there, and I'm going to be like, no, it stays out here. Like, it must stay out here because that's where I'm going to be using it, you know? I do love how every once in a while it gets this weird, like, menu lag, and then it just completely clears up. It's like, no, we're gonna lag. And then after that, it's like, actually, we're not gonna lag. We're fine. Your game runs great. And I'm like, I'm still trying to figure out why it's doing that, but I think once I figure it out, it'll be a really simple fix. So, now that we've got it up there on the trailer, time to head out to the lake and see what this entire setup actually has in it. And I don't know. Normally I am able to kind of, you know, on and off judge what a setup is gonna do in this game because I've been playing this game for so long, but I don't think that's gonna be a thing with this because it is a 6x6 AMG with drag tires in minimum size, so it's gonna be wild. Now, what I would consider fast down that particular stretch of road before the corner is, I would say, I mean, anything that's doing over 110 before you have to turn is pretty freaking quick. And, I mean, now on a grand scale, there are going to be a lot of vehicles that will do those speeds, but, I mean, that's still going to be quicker than most rigs that you'll find. Now, can I? Oh my god, I really need to adjust my hitch height. Why in the heck? Oh, it was because of the fact that the last time I was out here, it was with a pull-behind. Alright, four-wheel drive. I might as well turn on all the lockers and turn the hitch adjustment off. I do love how this F350 tows. Like, it tows so flat. It really puts the power down nicely. And with the new gearing, which I have a full video on the gearing of this truck, if you guys are interested in figuring out how, or finding out how I'm able to get this thing to tow reliably over like 30, 35 miles an hour. There's a full video about that on my channel, so make sure you go over to the channel and check that out if this tow tune is something that you're interested in. Because even with something that's fairly heavy like this on a trailer, especially with the gooseneck, which also happens to be the heaviest trailer in the game, it has no problem staying over 30 miles an hour, which for some trucks becomes a pretty big challenge, actually. So thankfully, the actual street that we use for drag racing is not far from the spawn point at all. So we really don't have to worry about that. We don't have to worry about it taking forever to get there. And we're just going to pull up and unload. I'm just going to duck right into this side street real quick and use that as my unloading point. Detach, swap over, and this is Yeetachu pavement spec. I don't know how it's going to work. Oh my god. Bro, it wheelies like an actual drag car. Look at that! With the freaking drag slicks, it wheelies so well. It wheelies better than it really should. Alright, let's take a look around this thing. Because I've never, since the update, I have not driven this thing, which is kind of wacky because the update's been out for a while now. But, I mean, being able to walk around it is weird, because this is a vehicle that I remember from an era in Offroad Outlaws where characters and walking were not a thing. Alright, I'm going to give you guys the speedometer view so we can see, and 3, 2, 1, first test pass, and go! Oh my god. Holy! Okay, so, like, before the corner even happened, it was going, like, 130. And I think that if we took the TC's Quick Race gearing off and replaced it with something a little bit different, it would be even faster. Now, though, I want to see how crazy of a wheelie... Oh, my God. Yeah, okay. wow, that's dumb. I mean, like, dumb in a good way, but holy smokes. This thing is insanity, dude. It's an on-command wheelie machine, and look how far it holds that wheelie. You know, I think what we have actually done is unknowingly made a wheelie tune for, like, pavement vehicles. I mean, it wheelied, like, really well before on the mud tires, but on these freaking drag slicks on the pavement, it wheelies better than I think anything else I've ever seen in the game. And I'm not even using a manual transmission. I'm using a freaking automatic. This is just automatic easy mode. It bumper drags, bro. That is so nuts. All right, hang on. I want to see it do that one more time, and I want to get a really good view of it. I want to see it with the bumper absolutely scraping the paint off the road. All right, back it up. Full send it. Oh my god. What? Bro, the bumper is in the ground. The leaf spring mounts are in the ground. Oh my god, the forward axle in the back is off the ground. And, I mean, well, the front axle is just in space. There's fire coming out of the stack. I think we have unlocked a lot of hidden potential in this truck. And, I would highly suggest, if you have one, feel free to go ahead and grab this tune and literally go use it to just, I mean, whether you want to use it to race, whether you want to use it to troll, I mean, whether you want to, or if you want to use it to just do wheelies everywhere, those are all incredibly valid uses of this tune that I have just now realized are a thing. I mean, this is just on a level that I never, ever, ever expected. And I could not be happier with this discovery. Wow. I just have one more test I want to try to do. And that, my friends, is a bit of a, oh god. Oh, well, it almost entirely jumps the bridge. It monorails, and then it spins around, and then it's good to go. This should not be this good. It should not be this good. It should not be this good. I mean, I suppose it has no reason not to be. Whoa! Okay, just don't touch guardrails with it. If you touch guardrails with it, it's doom time. And, doom time is a thing when it comes to stuff like this. Alright, let's see if I can make a jump out of that highway bridge. Bad idea, incoming. Oh, wow, alright, I'm gonna miss. I'm gonna miss badly and hit a freaking barrier. Okay. Alright, full-on wheelie mode, let's go. Who needs steering? I don't. God! Oh, it wall rides. Oh, God. It literally, oh no, how'd we get up there? How'd we get down here? I'm not gonna question it. I am very stuck. And I think that's a good place to end this video because I don't really see a good way for us to drive it out of here without resetting. But if you guys enjoyed this video and you want to replicate this truck for yourselves, make sure to scroll back to the beginning of the video and go over the tuning setup, which was shared right there. And if you're new to the channel and you want to see more videos like this one, make sure you hit that subscribe button and turn those notifications on. And I will see you guys next time. Talk to you all later.